Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a video with a full face of ELF Cosmetics. I just want to start off by saying I am not a pro. I am pretty basic. I'm still learning lashes and eyeshadow, so you won't be getting that in this video. But I will be showing you how I do my full face, and yeah, so don't forget to hit the bell for notifications, like and subscribe, and please share. Let's get into it. So I started already. My face was a little dry. I'm still going to moisturize, but I did use the ELF Hydrating Booster Drops, which is that you just, I'm almost out of this one. I have a new one, but it has a dropper in there and you just drop it on your face, pretty much like the serum drops. And then I also use the ELF Hydrating Coconut Mist. And I am going to start with my eyebrows. First, I'm using the ELF Insta Lift brow pencil in the shade Neutral Brown. How I do my eyebrows is I start out by outlining them. So I'm just going to outline them. Alright, so once they're outlined, I'm going to take the spoolie on the other side of my eyebrow pencil and comb up on each one. And then I'm going to take my little brush here. It's just a cheapy brush from Wish. And I'm going to get the ELF Lock and Liner and Brow Cream in the shade Light Brown. This is too light for me, but I'm going to use it anyways because the other one I had is dried out. So it's basically just a pot. You're going to dip your little brush in, and then you're going to start filling it in. And then you're going to do it on both sides. After you fill them in, I then go and remember I combed it up to begin with. I'm going to comb it down just to see if there's any areas that I missed. I just want to make sure it's even so you can tell that there's a little bit of light spots on top. So I'm going to do that once more where I dip it in, and I'm just going to fill it in a little bit more. Alright, and then I'm going to just comb it back up into its normal position. Then at that time you can figure out if you need to fill it in more, which I do, so give me 1 second and I'll be right back. Alright, so this is the best that I'm going to get with the product being a little bit too light for me. So that is my eyebrow. Then I'm going to take the ELF in the shade Medium. It is a wet and powder. I cannot use the wet side or I would have used it. It is super dry. I gotta figure out a way to get it a little bit moist. So you're gonna take the little brush that it comes with or your brush of your choice, and you're just gonna stick it in the powder, tap it off a little bit, and then you're going to just basically put it on top of the pomade, which is still kind of wet, but it's gonna kind of lock it in because it does come off easy. And then I am still going to clean them up a little bit because the edge is too thick for me, but we'll get to that after. Alright, so that is my eyebrow. Next, I am going to moisturize, which usually you would do first, but I always do my eyebrows first. I'm going to use the ELF Hello Hydration Face Cream. And basically you're just going to put it on your face like a normal cream and rub it in. Alright, so once you do the, once you moisturize your face, you're going to let it set in a little bit. I did that. After that, I prime. So I'm going to use the ELF Hydrating Face Primer, Prime on the Go. This is one of a couple of theirs that I do use. I also recommend the primer, the putty primer is good also. So you're just going to basically, I put it here, a little on my forehead, right here and on my nose. And then you're just gonna rub it in. All right, so next, I did let it set in a little bit. It is a little greasy, but that's okay because it is hydrating. So eventually it will suck into my skin. The next step that I'm going to do is I'm going to apply foundation. I'm going to use the Flawless Finish foundation in the shade Nude. And I'm actually going to mix it with a little bit of another foundation, NYC, a lighter one, because I am not this dark right now because it is winter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix them on the back of my hand. So I put a little bit of the lighter one, and then I'm almost out of this one. I have another bottle, but we don't waste. And then I'm just gonna mix it together. And I'm gonna have to do it probably twice just to make sure I have enough. But let's use the first batch. All right, so it's all mixed up on my hand. I'm going to use my damp beauty blender and I'm going to put it all on my face. So we're gonna start over here and we're just gonna blend it in, pat it in. All right, so I have it all blended in and put in on my face. The next step that I'm going to do is concealer. I'm going to use a 16-hour Camo concealer in the shade Tan Walnut. Like I said, I should have got a lighter color, but I'm just going to work with the e.l.f. products that I do have right now. So you're going to get it and you're going to put it under your eye. I put it on my nose, forehead area, chin, and then also and here. All right, then I'm going to grab, and I'm going to do it quickly because it dries fast. I'm going to get my little beauty blender that is damp, and I'm going to just tap it in on all the areas. All right, so what I'm noticing as I'm doing this, that the foundation is drying super dry. I mean, you want it dry, but oh, it's looking kind of dry, making my face dry. So it might look a little cakey, but we'll see. All right, so after that, after you do the concealer, I'm gonna let it dry. While I let it dry, I'm going to do my eyelashes. Simple mascara. I usually use the e.l.f. mascara. I actually tossed it because it was dried out. So as an alternate, I'm going to use the Maybelline Great Lash just so we can keep it at an affordable price. And yeah, so I'm just going to apply this and I'll be right back. Alright, so I did my eyelashes. They are done. The next step that I'm going to do is attempt to do a little contouring. I have the City Color contour palette. I don't have an e.l.f. one, unfortunately. So there's two items that are not going to be e.l.f. But other than that, or there's one more item. But yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my little e.l.f. angled brush. I'm going to go into the lighter shade. And basically, I am just going to tap it out. I go from the middle of my ear there, so that's what we're gonna do. And I'm gonna do it on both sides. Alright, so I just did this area and all the way around and also this side. After that, I'm going to go into the white part of the contour and I'm going to do the same thing, tap it out. I'm going to go under and kind of like in between. And then I'm going to do the same thing above it. That is basically going to just like define and like, you can see it kind of like defines it and makes it stand out a little bit. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Alright, after you do that, you go on both sides. I'm then going to contour my nose. I'm going to be using this brush. I'm going to go into the lighter brown. And then I'm just going to basically create this nose that I want. And I always go up into the eyebrow. I'm going to do the same thing on both sides. Alright, so I did both sides of my nose. I am then going to blend it down. just so you don't have like a line, a noticeable line. And then I did go under here. I'm also going to go under my lip. All right, and then after that, you're going to go into the whites again, and you're gonna go in the middle. All right, that's gonna be it for that. All right, and then after I do the contour, I am going to set it. I usually use my MAC powder, but I'm going to use the ELF Prime Stay and Finishing Powder. Basically, I am just going to grab this fluffy brush and set it on. Alright, so that is done. I want to add that I always do foundation, not a lot, but a little bit on my ears, and then I always obviously go down so you don't have like that mask look. I do my ears, which was a tip from a friend in watching her do makeup, that you don't want your ears to be a different color. And ever since then, I always do it. All right, so after you do that, you are going to get into the fun part, which is the highlighter. This is the Baked ELF in the shade Moonlight Pearls. I am going to use my finger first just to put it on there because I feel that with your finger in this product, it works better. I don't feel that it works too well with a brush. So I always start with my finger, and then I take my highlighting brush and I just kind of like, I guess, put it in. So then you do that in your nose, and all right, so I did the highlight, I did my cheekbones, my nose, and the ridge, and my cupid's bow, and I also put a little bit up here. I just remember that I forgot to clean it up, my eyebrows up with concealer, so we're just gonna pretend like that was never mentioned in the beginning of the video. Next, I'm going to do a lip scrub. I cannot use the ELF lip scrub because it has avocado extract and I am allergic. So I'm going to be using the Seraphine Botanicals Orange and Cream lip scrub, or lip polish. Come on, focus. So anyways, I am just going to scrub it. And this one is not edible. And then just gonna scrub it, get rid of all the crusties. All right, after you get your lips all clean, I'm going to do the lipstick, which is their rose gold collection. They also have the regular collection, same colors. This is in the shade Scarlet Nights. You have a sharpener on one side, and it's a crayon. It is not matte, it's cream. So you're going to put that on. All right, guys, so that is the lip. Like I said, it is a cream. It is not matte. It is not glossy. You can add gloss. I usually do. So what I do is I just have this clear gloss that I put on, and it just, you know, shines it up a little bit. And then the last thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to set with the ELF Makeup Mist and Set. So you're gonna let it dry. And that's gonna be the look, using nothing but ELF products. In case you missed it in the beginning, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications, and share, please. I would love to answer some comments. If anybody has any questions, comments, concerns, I'm open for everything, just not negativity. If you feel like you have to be negative, go ahead. It doesn't really bother me, but I hope not. And there it is, guys. Have a good day.